everyone, it's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
Welcome to 2022. That feels funny to say that.
I know.
Today we have our destinations article called Namaqualand, Take a Walk on the Wild Side.
那我们今天1月6号，我们这个行遍天下的主题在这个纳马夸兰一访野地奇景。
So today is January 6th. We're looking at pages 16 and 17 in our magazine, and today is a difficult day for some nouns. Tomorrow's even a little harder. But don't worry about the names. You can even honestly change it to something easier, and the idea of the story is still correct. Don't be afraid of names.
那我们今天在16、17页，我们这2天会有很多名词，但不用担心 ，Chris 老师会牵着你的手一起走过的。
Like this. All right, let's get ready.
Namaqua Take a walk on the wild side. Imagine a location near the deep blue Atlantic that is covered in a blanket of beautiful flowers. This is a place where you can go for a morning hike along a path by a river. Then, in the afternoon, you can get your heart racing and enjoy the views with some off-roading. This is Namaqualand, a wild paradise on the South African coast. Namaqua is located in South Africa's northern Cape Province, next to the southern Atlantic Ocean. At times, it can be an extremely hot place, with temperatures reaching up to 40 degrees Celsius in summer. The famous Namaqualand daisies, with their yellow-orange petals and purple markings, grow in wide, beautiful fields. Flocks of tourists come to see them bloom in August and September every year. The flowers aren't the only attraction, though. The region is also home to Nama tribes. Nama women today still dress in the Victorian style brought by 19th century missionaries who came to the area. The Nama people live in huts shared by many families and have been in Namaqua for a very long time. Researchers have discovered carvings made by their ancestors that show animals such as hippos, horses, and rhinos.
So before we begin today, let's take a look at our title one more time, because this word looks really long and scary, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy when we say it slowly. It's Namakwaland, with a little bit of a T because this is South African. This is not normal English. Namakwaland.
Namaqua 这个呢，因为它是南非的语言的名字，所以我们最后虽然是 D， 但你发音给它一点点 T 的声音 ，Namaqua 会更正确哦。
But honestly, I think most Americans reading this would say Namaqua. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just the name for the article. We want to pay attention to our grammar and our vocab. That's enough.
那我们今天还是着重在文法的地方。如果你用了英文、美国的读音也没有关系哦。
Our first sentence begins, imagine a location near the deep blue Atlantic that is covered in a blanket of beautiful flowers.
这边用 a blanket of 好漂亮的字哦。他说想象一个靠近蔚蓝大西洋的地点，然后像 a blanket 像一个被子一样盖满了美丽的花朵。
So when we imagine, it's a really big word that means to think of. A location just means place. Write those down.
那在这边 imagine 是想象，它是一个蛮大的字，它其实就是你去脑袋去想象、去思考，然后再来 location 可以把 place place 也写下来。
Now we have blanket of beautiful, and we always want to look and think about our prepositions. 解析者 You guys know verb to verb, like to eat, want to play, but students often forget about noun of noun. Of connects to nouns.
那在这边老师有讲，我们都知道动词 to 动词，对不对？但是这边有一个名词 of 名词，这个 of 特别给它圈起来，很重要的介系词。
Let's move to our next sentence. This is a place where you can go for a morning hike along a path by a river.
那在这里呢，你可以在早晨沿着一条河流，然后 walk along 健行。
Do you do that healthy walk ever?
Yes.
I say do that healthy walk too.
I do that with my parents a lot.
Now, a path, it's a road, right? But a path is a road you make because you walk in the same place many, many times, usually like in grass or a forest.
那在这边老师有特别讲到 path path， 它跟 road 有点像，但是我们讲 path 的时候通常是小径，是因为很多人走过，然后可能因为脚踩了嘛，所以植物长不出来，变成一条路。
Yeah, sometimes when you're in the forest, you can even see paths that animals make because animals also do this.
所以有时候你会在深山里面看到这个 path， 这个小路其实是动物走出来的哦。
Let's continue. Then in the afternoon, you can get your heart racing and enjoy the views with some off-roading.
然后呢，你可以在下午开着越野车，让自己的心跳加速，然后欣赏美景。
So it sounds like in the morning you go for like a relaxing walk like we're doing our power walking here. But then we want to get our heart racing. Underline that. That means we want to do something more exciting.
所以我们刚刚的句子告诉我们，早上我们可能做一个健行，比较是一个平稳的，比较没有这么激烈的。下午呢，把 get your heart racing 可以画底线画起来，它代表说让你的心跳加速，代表的是做一些比较刺激、比较有挑战性的事。
In the same sentence, we can underline the views with an S. The views can be both singular and plural. We can say the view. And it really means scenery. S-C-E-N-E-R-Y. And that's a really important uncountable noun. The views, the scenery.
那在这边我们看到 view 风景这个字，我们加了 s。view 它是可以加 s， 也可以不加 s 使用的哦。那另外一个字叫 scenery，scenery 我们就会不加 s 使用，就当单数。
And then lastly, in the same sentence, we have off-roading, and we see the hyphen, the 连字号 in the middle here. Off-roading means you ride like a motorcycle, or maybe like a cart that is not on the streets. You go on the paths. You go in the grass. This is not driving on a street.
所以 off-roading 就是在路的外面，所以你不是在一个正常路上去行走、去开车，你是越野车，所以可能是在草地里奔走啊，这样子哦，很帅欸。
I was just going to say, I don't like off-roading. When I was younger, I would want to do it. But now today, I would feel sad because I think I would like hit a frog or like a mouse. And that would make me feel really sad, like this happy frog. And then Chris is like, bam! That makes me feel bad.
小剧场很多。
I feel bad. Our next sentence says, this is Namaqualand, a wild paradise on the South African coast.
那我们刚刚上面讲的这些美景啊，这些好玩的事情，这就是纳马夸兰，一个南非海岸线上的一个野地的天堂。
Circle on and draw an arrow to the word coast.
那我们把 on 牵起来，画一条箭头到后面的 C-O-A-S-T coast.
And that's it for paragraph 1. Let's get ready for paragraph 2. Hey everyone, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 16 and 17 in your magazine, and we're talking about Namaqualand, the South African paradise. Paragraph 2 begins, Namaqualand is located in South Africa's Northern Cape Province next to the Southern Atlantic Ocean.
纳马夸兰位于南非的北开普省，依傍着南大西洋。
So we got some pronunciation problems in this article. We have the word northern and southern, and you could probably guess what they mean. Northern and southern are the adjectives for north and south. Take up your pen, write those down. North, south, N-O-R-T-H, south, S-O-U-T-H. But listen, they are not the same. North, northern, south, southern.
所以这边要特别注意我们的 ERN、NORTH、ERN 这个加了 ERN 之后，它是形容词，跟后面的 Southern 一样。那这两个的读音要特别注意，我们再请老师示范一次。
Yeah, so north, northern, south, southern. Listen especially to south, southern because the vowels change totally. Ow, south like mouth, southern like umbrella.
所以在 South 这个南的这个它的母音的整个发音系统会完全改变。South 是南部，那如果变成形容词的话是
southern. I was running
southern. 像老师刚刚说 umbrella 的那个的声音。
All right, another word in here we have is cape, C-A-P-E. And most people, when they think cape, they think of like Superman, that thing he wears on his back. That's right.
披风。
That's right. But a cape actually in geography is, like, people are like, what is it? It's a word we see, but it's totally easy. If you're watching the video right now, you can kind of look at my hand. If you're only listening, make a fist, a trento, and then like put it in like the water, like halfway, like iban, and then stick out one finger. Okay? Your finger is a cape.
Huh?
Okay? So you have kind of like a mountain of water, and then some of it sticks out much farther than the rest. It looks like a finger in the water.
Okay.
That's a really good explanation. Don't listen to her, okay? That's a really good explanation. All right, let's continue to our next sentence here. At times, it can be an extremely hot place with temperatures reaching up to 40 degrees Celsius in summer.
那此地有时候非常的炎热，夏日的气温可以高达摄氏40度。
Yeah, so when we say at times, it just means sometimes, but maybe 还少一点. Maybe it's a little bit closer to rarely, but it's really hot.
所以在这边 at time 有时候是有时候，甚至比有时候还要更少的时候，我们就会说 at times.
Let's continue. The famous Namaqualand daisies with their yellow-orange petals and purple markings grow in wide beautiful fields.
那出名的这个纳马夸兰雏菊，有着橘红色的花瓣跟紫色的花纹，生长在广阔又美丽的原野上。
So we have yellow-orange with a hyphen, 连着号, circle your hyphen there. When we say yellow-orange, we don't mean yellow and orange. It's not yellow and it's also not orange. Like take the two colors and mix them up. So it's like a really, really light orange, but also 也不是黄色。
所以在这边我们 yellow 中间有看到一个杠杠，然后还有 orange， 意思就是有点黄黄橘橘，它有点混色，有点偏黄，有点偏橘，这种中间的那种颜色，我们就这样子来形容。
Our next sentence begins, flocks of tourists come to see them bloom in August and September every year.
所以看到 flock flock 这个字，其实我们是鸟群，我们会说 a flock of bird。在这边我们说大批的观光客，我们也用 flock 这个字，所以每年在8月到9月的左右以前来观赏它们绽放。
Now, flock is a verb and a noun, but in this sentence, we know it's a noun. Why? Because we have noun of noun, just like earlier.
就像我们刚刚前面提过的名词 of 名词的用法，所以我们知道这边的 flock 是名词 tourist 也是名词。
And we say flocks, it just means groups, G-R-O-U-P-S. Just so kind of like Minnie said, it means a group of birds.
一群鸟我们这边把它当成是一群人的这个群。
And be careful, one more quick note, see them bloom. When we say see, that's a verb. And bloom here is also your verb, 开花, but we don't say see them to bloom. Right down to cross it out.
所以在这边 see 我们是那个感官动词，所以我们后面接上动词的时候，我们直接用 bloom 就可以了。所以如果你以为要写 to bloom 的话，请你写下来，然后把它打这个大叉叉，提醒自己不要这样写。
不要这样. And let's get ready for our final paragraph. So, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're talking about Namaqualand on pages 16 and 17. My sister-in-law is from South Africa, and she was really helpful because, like I said earlier today, there are difficult words, especially tomorrow, but she made sure I knew how to say them correctly. And she actually told me she went to this Namaqua Land Daisy Festival. And I started to ask her questions about it. And then when I was asking her, she kept answering me in a weird way. And then I said, you know what? I've lived in Taiwan too long. I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
OK， 所以老师说他的姻亲，他有一个亲人的老婆，她是南非人，所以老师就在跟他聊这个，然后他说他刚好有去到了我们等一下接下来要讲的这个节日里面去玩，然后老师听一听就说，你知道吗？我待在台湾太久了。
That's right. So I was asking her questions about Namaqualand and the Daisies, and I kept asking her, what do you eat there? What do you eat there? Can you eat the flowers? Do you cook them in a soup? And then, because that's what Taiwanese do. Like, why would you go to a place and not try to eat it, right? Like, think like Taidong. They have those flowers in Taidong. They have a whole mountain that, like, they grow these flowers. You can eat it in a soup. You can eat it raw. You can fry it. I forgot how to say that in English. You eat the flowers all day long. And all of these questions, my sister-in-law, Popo, Liz, she's like, No, we don't eat the flowers. Why are you asking me this?
Yeah, 所以老师说他觉得他自己已经被台湾同化的原因是因为他说看到很多花，然后他就开始问说，这个花可以吃吗？你们去那个节日有很多可以吃的东西吗？这个花可以放在什么料理里面？他就把这个花就想成我们台东好像那个我们放在汤里面金针花那样，对，金针花那样。然后老师就一直想说，到底要怎么样可以烹饪？
有一个汤吗？可以吃一个汤吗？
我觉得我没有这样啊。
对，他觉得是为什么要吃那个花？
Yeah.
All right, let's continue with our paragraph.
所以可以吃吗？
She didn't answer me. She gave me, okay. She gave me a recipe. It's like, okay, do you want to know about food? She gave me a recipe that uses worms.
Ew.
I know. So you make like a worm, like towing, right? The soup.
Oh my God.
And then at the end of like they're like, you can leave the worms towing in the soup, or you can take them out and like eat them on the side.
我等一下不用吃饭了 ，Thank you, Chris。
对，说你才可以吃汤，还是你拿掉，这是一个
蚯蚓汤 ，OK。大家留言告诉我们你想不想吃蚯蚓汤。
Give thumbs up for a yes. Give me the thumbs up, everyone. don't download the video. Okay, the flowers aren't the only attraction, though.
花朵不是这里唯一具有吸引力的东西哦。
The region is also home to Nama tribes.
那这个地区它也是纳马族部落的家园。
Okay, so earlier we talked about flocks of tourists. A flock is a group of animals. When we talk about a group of Indians, we'll call them a tribe. Tribe, a tribe.
那我们刚刚有讲过 flock 那个字是一群鸟、一群人的群的，它是一个有点像量词。那我们这边可以看到，如果是部落的话，我们会用 tribe 这个字。
And we know this word Nama because this place is called Namaqua Land. And we can see from the Afrikaans, that's one of the languages in South Africa, it means the land of the Nama people.
那我们这边可以看到 Nama 是因为我们有 Namaqualand 这个字，它取了前面4个字。那这个意思呢，其实就是纳马族人的土地。
That's right. Let's continue. Nama women today still dress in the Victorian style brought by 19th century missionaries who came to the area.
那纳马族的女性呢，她们的打扮依然是在19世纪传教士来到他们当地的时候带来的那种风格，也就是维多利亚风格。
When we dress some kind of style like that, we say dress in something style. So maybe we might say we might dress in like traditional Japanese clothes, etc., etc.
所以在用什么样的风格，我们会用 in 什么什么 style 这样子。
Now, a missionary is a religious traveler. They go to a country to make you their religion. Think of like Mormons in Taiwan.
So 老师刚刚这边讲说 missionary， 它就是其实一个传教士的概念，就有点像是摩门教在台湾他们会骑脚踏车问你说要不要信教一样。
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Our next sentence says the Nama people live in huts shared by many families and have been in Namaqualand for a very long time.
那纳马族人居住在多个家族共用的这种小屋当中 ，hut hut 小屋，而且他们已经在这个纳马夸兰居住了一段相当长的时间喽。
Dude, you guys know hut. You know this word.
Pizza Hut.
That's right, Pizza Hut. That's why it says hut. It's like a little house. All right, let's continue. Researchers have discovered carvings made by their ancestors that show animals such as hippos, horses, and rhinos.
我喜欢这些动物，所以研究人员找到了这些居民他们的祖先创作这些 carving 雕刻，这些雕刻呢就会呈现他们当地的动物，像是河马、马、犀牛等等的。
All right, let's get ready for vocab review. All right, it's time for vocab review, and we got 8 to do today. Number 1, paradise.
天堂 paradise.
We can sometimes say a paradise. Number 2, to be covered in something.
被覆盖，被什么东西覆盖 we can say be covered in something.
That sounds disgusting.
I know.
Number 3, a coast.
再来海岸 coast.
A coast. Number 4, at times.
有时候 we say at times.
Number 5, we can use it as a verb or a noun to bloom or a bloom.
动词名词都可以使用 bloom bloom 这个字其实就是绽放开花。
Number 6, we got an attraction.
那就是吸引别人的东西，我们也可以讲说它是一个观光景点 attraction.
Number 7, a hut.
HUT hut 就像 Pizza Hut 一样做披萨的小屋，所以 hut 小屋。
And our final word for today is an ancestor.
你的祖先就是你的 ancestors.
All right, and that is all the time we have for today. But tomorrow we got tons of really cool facts about South Africa, and also I get to click. I'm really excited for that.
Okay.
So we'll learn some clicking language tomorrow on Enjoy English School. So I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.